Although interesting, the U-2 had failed to find the predicted ripples in the background radiation. There was still no evidence for how galaxies had formed out of the Big Bang. And things were about to get even worse for the Big Bang Brigade. When massive computers arrived on the scene in the 1980s, cosmologists had a new tool to try and understand how galaxies emerged. But their calculations revealed something strange. Galaxies, it seemed, could not have formed from ordinary matter alone. Normal matter just wasn't made of the right stuff to clump together and produce galaxies quickly enough after the Big Bang.
99% of all the material in the universe is really invisible to us.
Some dark, invisible form.
Another strange type of material must have been at work as well. But unfortunately, it didn't seem to shine like normal matter, which meant nobody was able to see it. So, imaginatively, it was called dark matter. In short, to explain how galaxies came about, scientists had to call on a new type of exotic material, dense enough to help galaxies to form, yet inconveniently invisible. The next step was to find out what this mysterious dark matter was made of. The favourite explanation was that it might be made of an as yet undiscovered particle. Very small and very difficult to detect. Which means that if you're to stand any chance of finding one, you need to be somewhere very quiet indeed.
We're faced with the fact that the dark matter events are very rare. We expect, in fact, only about one a day in perhaps a kilogram of material like this. Now, that makes life very difficult because at the surface of the Earth, that one a day would be swamped by the other types of radiation which we have around us.
So the group looked for the quietest place on Earth and found it in Yorkshire. But not up here, down there, 1,000 meters below the ground. A strange place to look for the missing matter in our universe, one would think. But if you're looking for an ultra-low background environment, this is the place to come, the deepest mine shaft in Europe. Here, the half-mile of rock above their heads is blocking out the cosmic radiation.
If we suspend our experiments in the middle of this water tank, then we will have the ideal environment for searching for the very rare dark matter events which we're searching for.
The results of the UK Boulby salt mine experiment should start coming through in 1993. The cosmologists wait in suspense. Will the elusive dark matter be found down the bottom of a mine?
The year 1993 came and went, and there was still no sign of dark matter. Science seemed to have gone as far as it possibly could in the search for an explanation of the universe by looking into the sky. Unfortunately, what it saw could only make sense by invoking strange types of matter that nobody could find. But help was at hand from an unexpected discipline: particle physicists, who spend their lives creating strange types of matter by smashing atoms together and seeing what fell out of the debris. It seems that the key to the largest thing imaginable might just be found in the tiniest thing possible.
Matter now is much like it was at the beginning of the Big Bang.
Are you aiming to tell about particle physics?
This is just like a great exploration.
First of all, what do we really know about the Big Bang?
We are learning more and more about the Big Bang from astronomical observations. But perhaps more interesting still, we are learning more and more about the Big Bang too from particle physics. In fact, it isn't quite clear whether the physicists who are interested in elementary particles are teaching the cosmologists more at this moment, or vice versa. You see, in the first few seconds of the universe, very near its origin, the average energy of the particles was extremely high, very, very high, much higher than the energies of particles produced in the biggest accelerators here on Earth, such as the one at CERN. And in fact, the Big Bang is sometimes nicknamed, for that reason, the poor man's accelerator.
Particle physics and cosmology was a match made in heaven. The study of the vast cosmos and the search for the tiny building blocks of matter turned out to be two sides of the same coin.
About 15 billion years ago, there were no stars in the sky. There wasn't even a sky. All that existed was the primordial fireball. That fireball of energy condensed into the simplest building blocks of matter at the birth of our universe.